And that's how you would basically declare a method. Also, you would have your exception list, but we'll discuss that later. This is the method body inside of these braces. Remember, we call them blocks. It's called a method block. This is called a class block. And we'll discuss the return types and parameters later on in this tutorial, but right now let's go ahead and discuss naming. Basically, when naming a method, you want to have it to start with a verb, like running, dog, or like get this, set that, jump, something, just a verb, because these are your behaviors and you want it to have a name like a behavior. It's just proper to do it that way. And also, you can overload your methods. Say you want to have one method that has two parameters, but the way you would do that, you would basically create the exact same method. Running dog, as you can see, this is camel casing. Every first letter of each word proceed after the first word is capitalized. It's a little bit proper, and this is how you would overload your method. And what it does is, all overloading is giving it a different return type, not a return type, but a different parameters. If you was to give it the same parameters, you would get an error because Java can't see the different but if you wanted to give it just one, it'd be okay. But you can't give it the same because those are your return types, and Java can't distinguish which one you're actually trying to get a hold of. Also, these should be used sparingly. It makes it a little more readable whenever you just create new methods with different names. So yeah, use it sparingly. It's a little readable. It's better for the other program. The next thing you need to know is about constructors. A constructor is basically, it's like a method, but it has no return type, and it contains the same name as the class. So we'd be like public class inherited from, and then this. And this would be a constructor. Constructors are pretty nifty because you don't have to call methods to call your constructors, because these are automatically called when you create your objects, which we'll go over later. Also, you can overload your constructors as well. As you can see, I'll go ahead and overload one. I'll just copy and paste it just because it'll be quicker. Control C. And then you can overload these as well by giving int x and whatnot. Also, you would probably like to know how to send things to other classes, and the way you would do that is you would create your object, which we're going to go over later, so just follow me until then. Inherited from, and we'll call this, because this is going to be our object, we'll say that class. I'm from the South, I could say that. And then we'd go new class inherited from, and put our parameters, and we'd end it with a semicolon. This would actually call this one right here because it doesn't hold any parameters, so this would be the default for it. And if we wanted to send an integer, we could send an integer to it by creating an integer. Actually, let's just use one of these since we already have them. We'll use the int dog, so we'll just send dog to it. Dog. but we need to give dog a value. So let's say dog equals 5. Let's make this static. And there we go. As you can see, now we have sent the dog, so now it's going to call this one right here. And that's how you would send to a constructor. But to send to a method, it's a little bit different. You would basically call your object, use your object name, and the way you would do that is just dat class, and then you would do your dot, and then you would find the method that you wanted to use. As you can see, we have running dog, and we have running dog with 2 integers. Let's go ahead and do the 2 integer ones. We'll say cat and dog. We need to make set static, and we send our 2 integers to it. This one isn't static, so let's go ahead and make that one static as well. And now we send these 2 integers to the running dog right here. We send it to these. But it doesn't do anything with them right now because we haven't given it a value. So let's go ahead and do a system.out.print line. I'm going to do this 2 ways just for your well-being, and let's see, cat equals, and then we'll give it a plus, and we'll say x, and then end it with a semicolon. We never gave a value to cat. We need to give a value to cat. Let's go ahead and do that. Cat equals 7, and now cat has a value, and it should print right here. But we sent dog. Let's change that to dog. Dog equals. Okay, and now we did this, and we sent the 2 values, cat and dog. So let's go ahead and do system.out.print. We're not going to do a print line on this one because, like I said, I wanted to show you something. On this one, you can do dog minus cat equals, and we're going to do a backslash ln at the end of this. Actually, we can do that, but I'm not going to do that. So then we would do the plus cat. Let's see, plus, throw this in parameters and say x minus y. No, we gotta do y minus x because this one equals dog and this one equals cat. And now we're going to do another plus, and we're going to throw this right here, and we're going to do a backslash n. And what this does is it breaks the line. It's just a little thing. It basically does the same thing as this ln on this one, except for this breaks the line. Let's print that and see what we get. As you can see, dog equals 5, cat, dog minus cat equals -2. Okay, I just finished, I paused the video for a little bit so I could add in some commentation. I put all of this on my website at the link below, and I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here. And in the next tutorial, we'll go over objects and a little bit more on classes. And then, let's see. Try for an assignment, I would say, make some modifications, add some little additions into it. Try making some more classes. Don't really mess with the interfaces because we haven't discussed interfaces yet, and interfaces can only take abstract methods, which we haven't discussed yet. And create some more classes, try passing them. Actually, throw some code into this parameter and this method and create two more objects, well, another object, and pass some values to them. And that'll be it. My name's Jason, this is Lineware, and thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and have a great day.